Troy, we are at Holy Moly in Santa Monica for some mini golf. You're a legit golfer. I'm terrible, but I'm pretty good at mini golf. How do you like your chances today, sir?
I think you need to prove it. I need to see how good you actually are at mini golf.
You're in trouble.
I'm pretty excited.
He's in trouble. Justin, you're his longtime interpreter. You've been with him every step of the way. You're in on this with us. Who's the better golfer, you or Troy?
I'm more of a chef. Troy's a better golfer.
Okay. All right, so let's make it interesting. The person with the worst score has to stand outside on 3rd Street Promenade, letting it be known that they lost today. Is that good?
All right, that's a deal.
All right.
Agreed. That's a deal.
Let's go. These guys are toast. Let's go. So we're here because you actually love real golf. When did you discover the sport of golf?
I started playing golf when I was 12 years old because my father and my 2 older brothers loved golf. And so I joined them, and I was hooked ever since.
How competitive?
But what's up with you? Why are you taking me here to mini golf? What's up with that?
Because,
Troy,
I can't play real golf. I'm terrible. So the only place I have a shot is here, okay? How competitive are you? Clearly, you're pretty competitive. You want to win today, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you teach me one trash talk in sign language? Maybe a clean one for the...
You suck. You suck.
I know that one. You suck. We all saw you in Curb Your Enthusiasm with Justin, actually. Hilarious episode. He drills you in the back with a golf ball. He didn't yell "for" because, well, you wouldn't hear it. What was the experience like?
It was a really fun experience. It was interesting because it's unscripted, and so it's all improv, and so it's situational. You dive into the situation, you play around with your fellow actors, and I really find that you really have to trust one another because you have a mutual goal and a mutual purpose. So it was really fun to watch Larry David on and off set. He was still a clown. He was a lot of fun, and he was a really warm person who was fun to work with. So I'm so glad I had that opportunity on the final season. I could check it off my bucket list. I worked with Larry David.
Let's talk about your day job. Congratulations on Black Rabbit. Now, you played a lovable dad in CODA. In this one, you play a bad guy, a very menacing bad guy. How fun is it to transition from one to the other? And was that a conscious decision to go to the dark side with your next big role?
Well, when we do red carpet interviews, when I was a nominee for CODA, I met Zach and Kate, who were the writers and showrunners. Zach was a nominee for King Richard that year, and he wrote that script. And so we had a few chats, and he said, "Hey, Troy, what haven't you done yet that you'd love to do?" And I said, "I'd love to play the bad guy."
What unique edge might being a deaf performer give you when you're playing an antagonist in a show like this?
Well, my deaf gain, first of all, you've never seen villains who happen to be deaf historically in TV or film. So I really had a fresh start and a great opportunity, and I really want to open minds in Hollywood to say that, hey, as deaf actors, we can be character actors too.
Have you noticed a difference in more doors being open to the next generation of deaf performers since your win at CODA and all the success that film has had?
I'm starting to see more and more opportunities come up. The Last of Us had a deaf role. Dahmer had a deaf role.
Right.
There was a couple deaf characters in that story. Echo on Disney had a deaf actor who was an amputee, who was also authentically deaf. And so I'm seeing more and more deaf roles pop up. It's slow, but it's exciting to see doors begin to open and that these writers and showrunners are finding roles for these deaf actors.
Take me back to Oscar night. What's it like to be in those seats and see your name signed for all the world?
At that moment when they called my name, the first thing in my mind was to be grateful to my wife. My wife is Deanne Bray, and she was sitting next to me. She was supporting me through all the struggle. We were together over 25 years. And at that moment, right before I received the Oscar, I looked at my wife and I just said, "Thank you." And then I went up on stage and received my award. And at that moment, I was imagining deaf and disabled people all over the world feeling like they finally could have some hope, and that those possibilities and those opportunities were beginning to open. It was such a special moment. You know, it's unforgettable. It'll always be in my heart.
That's a great story. Troy, I'm rooting for you tomorrow. Today, though, I hope you lose. Justin, Troy, we have one more hole. We're all tied up going into it. Are you guys nervous?
Really, I can really envision that the spotlight is going to be you outside with that sign.
Ah.
I think you're going to look great holding that sign.
All right, let's see how this goes then. Watch this. Just can't, I don't know what that was. Let's go. Hold on, this is too... Oh, okay.